call this beat Will Smith, cause it slaps hard. Hear it not when I pull up on your boulevard.
This guy left a comment under my pull-away test video, and he says, same old game playing BS. As a man, I have pulled away from women too, but I remained friendly and responsive. I cannot speak for everyone, but one way to know you're dealing as or with a true mentally balanced adult is that they will communicate their intentions with you. The big red flag is this: they are only interacting with you out mostly of physicality and lustful energies. In other words, she gives no clue about expressing her need and a want for a long-term relationship and stability because she really isn't stable herself. People try to play this cool, detached role and ain't built for it, only to hurt themselves in the end. Communication is key. If you cannot get a straight answer at the beginning, let it go. So this ties back to what I said earlier, where I said that ultimately direct communication is a form of communication that is very masculine in tone. And it's the reason that mostly men use it. We're trying to get stuff done. We don't have time for flowery language or to hint at things when, things need to be happening right now. And so direct communication is a very, more often than not, a very masculine form of communication. Women typically tend to err on the side of speaking more passively because for them, there's more dangers in the world. And so maybe if they say something directly, it's not going to be taken the right way, or there's going to be harm that comes to them. So they try to passively put stuff out there. Unfortunately, that also is true in the realm when women are communicating with men and vice versa, because we're thinking, well, why don't they just communicate with me directly? And what a guy's actually saying that he's not aware of is, why doesn't she communicate with me like a guy? And if you're trying to get a feminine woman, you have to understand that that means that comes with her speaking in a way that's going to be more feminine. And so I say that because there are times when, as a man, you're going to think a woman is not saying something to you directly, therefore she's not saying it at all. And if you're not able to read how women communicate and be able to read things like passive language or body cues or indicators of things, as annoying as that may be, then you may actually be missing out on communication that she feels is being direct as heck. Like a woman kind of giving you that, say you see her from across the room, right? She gives you she looks up, she stares, looks away, and then stares again, and looks back. She looked at you twice. That means go talk to her. But if you don't understand that, all you're going to think is, why is she looking at me that way? She's just playing games. She just because you're not understanding that in her own way, she's being as direct as possible without being over about it. And so I say this because it's not that there's not going to be times where, women aren't playing games or that they could be more direct and stuff. But what I'm saying is that you have to get out of your head that direct communication verbally is the only way to get effective communication across. But that comes with you as the guy having to learn, what does effective communication mean for women? It'd be the same way, if I go to Mexico and I'm speaking English and I'm butthurt because everybody around me is speaking Spanish and is not talking the way that I need them to talk, and it's making it frustrating for me as a visitor in their country that they're not speaking my language, then I'll be frustrated all day. So you have to look at female communication as a second language. And if you avoid being annoyed by it now, and you just start day one, start studying up on social cues, start looking up on how women communicate amongst themselves, what certain words mean, why women phrase things like, oh, I'm fine, and it doesn't mean fine. If you start studying that now, I guarantee you, in a few short months or a few short years, you will never be confused by women again. You will always know what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what their next action is going to be. And it's very easy to do if you're willing to put in a little bit of work to actually learn that communication. So then when you're on a date with somebody and you say you go for a kiss and they kind of give a little lean back, you'll know that reads as hey, I'm getting to know you and I like you, but I'm not there yet, versus a complete rejection. Because if you don't understand it, every single kind of communication women are going to do, you're going to be seeing it as either a complete rejection or a complete annoyance or a misunderstanding of why do they operate this way. And that's not going to allow you to get with any women long term.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man.